Tantor Audio, a division of Recorded Books, presents The Beginner's Guide to Raising Chickens, How to Raise a Happy Backyard Flock, by Anne Kuo. Narrated by Siiri Scott. Publisher's note: this audiobook includes bonus material. Please visit Tantor.com and type The Beginner's Guide to Raising Chickens into the search box. Follow the link to the book's page. Then, under the Supplemental Contents section, please enter the access code CHICKENS, and then click the Unlock button to access the bonus material. The code should be entered in all lowercase letters. All diagrams and visual materials referenced in this audiobook can be found in the bonus material. Introduction. I never thought that I'd have chickens in my life, nor did I ever imagine that I'd trade suits and heels for dirty clothes, mud, dirt, and chicken poop. I hadn't even held any sort of bird for the first 40 years of my life. The closest bird-related animals that I had or kept were cats. Having lived only in large metropolitan areas, my exposure to poultry was limited to the stories about chickens, ducks, and geese my dad would tell me about growing up in the country. His youthful adventures included keeping a secret flock of chickens to entertain himself and for the eggs that supplemented bland rations while reporting for mandatory military service in Asia. Dad's stories were the extent of my chicken knowledge. During an extended, mysterious, and debilitating illness, I became extremely stressed and depressed. I finally figured out that a lot of my issues were food and immune-related, so I decided to take more control of what foods went into my body. I felt renewed in this realization and poured every ounce of energy I could muster into increasing production in my vegetable garden. After expanding my gardening knowledge and learning more about permaculture, growing and maintaining agriculturally productive, sustainable, and self-sufficient ecosystems, biodynamic gardening, a philosophy and practice in which a garden or farm is viewed and worked as a living organism with many interdependent elements, and regenerative gardening, which enriches rather than depletes the soil. And, wanting to live an even more sustainable lifestyle, I decided to heed my dad's suggestion to keep a few chickens. I did quite a lot of initial research and pored over as much information as I could find on the internet whenever I felt well enough to sit up and read. When I finally felt that I had armed myself with enough knowledge, my husband and I went to a couple of local feed stores, which sell farm and animal feed supplies, to find our first chicks. I was ready. I had done the research, set up a brooder box, a heated mini coop or container to raise baby chicks, learned the importance of heat lamps, and bookmarked a bunch of pages on how to care for baby chicks. We were also halfway done with the construction of our coop, a small, weatherproof house where your chickens are kept safe and secure when they sleep and where they lay their eggs, and would surely finish by the time our 4 chicks outgrew their brooder. I had convinced my husband that we would have plenty of time to complete the coop as our chicks grew. He was doubtful, but gave in to my whims. I think he gave in because it was the first spark of energy I'd had in a long while. He was correct to doubt. We didn't finish our coop before the chicks outgrew their brooder box. While I had some good moments, I was still quite sick and wasn't able to help my husband much in building our coop. The delays meant that our poor girls lived in their cramped brooder tote in our patio area a little too long. Fortunately, they got lots of supervised free-range time on the patio, which alleviated their cramped brooder conditions. My unrealistic optimism was a beginner mistake. Don't get chicks until your coop is already completed.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?